the rarest of all combinations of gender identity, sexual orientation, and like mental health neurodiversity status. Inasmuch as these three things intersect, which is to say, again, gender identity, sexual orientation, and mental health status, the rarest intersection of all these things in the entire intersectional, diverse LGBTQIAA plus spectrum. Yes. And I wasn't like, going through that in any denigrating way. I was legitimately trying to remember the acronyms. Yep. But anyway, the single most rare confluence of those three criteria, of those three possibilities, is the neurotypical, which is to say, in no way on the autism spectrum, asexual male. So to be a man, to be asexual, and to have nothing whatsoever to do with the autism spectrum, even though you have nothing against people on the autism spectrum and will happily be friends with them, etc., is perhaps the rarest of all expressions in all of LGBT, etc.dom. It really is. And I'm totally exaggerating and being hyperbole. I'm sure there's another example. But anyway, it is. I don't know. I've always felt as a non-autistic man who does not feel sexual attraction that there's almost nobody like me out there. Maybe there's five. Maybe about five. Yeah, because anytime I've tried to meet up with other asexuals, it was... most people were women, and then if they were men, most were autistic or on the autism spectrum, which is totally great and wonderful in the sense of like respecting people's diverse backgrounds. But yeah, very few were as thoroughly non-autistic as I was. Or while also being a man and while also truly not having any sexual preference. And of course, if I'm wrong and there are other non-autistic asexual men out there, please leave it in the comments, because that would just be awesome to know people like you exist. Anyway, one thing I want to do with this video is explain the perfect metaphor for at least how I view asexuality and how I view relationships and all that good stuff. And so the perfect metaphor is as following. This here is a beautiful stuffed animal. It's I think it's a giant version of what was at one point called a Beanie Baby. It might still be, but it's a giant version of that. This is a gorgeous stuffed animal here. I'm not into real animals because they're messy, but I love stuffed animals. And anyway, if you think about the cute, cuddly, warm, affectionate emotions people regularly feel towards dogs, like this adorable dog here, literally just imagine those same emotions of like obviously non-sexual, deep love, emotion, affection, including cuddly, fuzzy, warm feelings. And just imagine that instead of feeling that towards a pet, you felt that in a very pure way towards another human being, like in a very innocent way towards another human being. Like you felt the same warmth you feel when cuddling your dog, you just feel it towards another human being. And there's obviously more equality because it's not a human being versus pet relationship, but yeah, that really just sums it up. And so imagine you just feel that way, and you don't really want to get married or settle down or, any of all that other stuff, which is totally fine if it's legal and everyone's down with it. But anyway, yeah, so that's just a metaphor for it, and it is, it's a wonderful thing, and the way I am is perfect, and if there's any extent to which it doesn't work out, it's the world's fault. But everyone should just do their thing in love and peace, and yeah, yep. So if anyone knows of any other asexual men who are in no way on the autism spectrum, please let me know. I want to find you. We're unicorns. We're rare. I was totally exaggerating. We're probably not the rarest possible expression of gender, sexual orientation, and mental health, but I'm sure it is one of the less common ones.